afternoon, Stan. Good afternoon, Angel. Afternoon, Rick. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Good evening, Stan. Good evening, Angel. Thank you for
Hey.
coming here tonight. On the special occasion after the MP, we will have a chance to interview our mentor and our beloved player, beloved or hated, I think. I don't know. This is the opportunity we have Stan Sir. We know it by Stan, the one and only Stan. He's currently ranked how much, Coco, in MP right now?
I'm not sure. I think rank 12.
Rank 12. And then because we already know so much about the rank 1 team and rank 2 team, that's why we right now we have the opportunity to have the other source, the other like outside the player. Right now, we having probably lesser than rank 1 or 2 as our main source. Okay, Coco, without further ado, we will interview Stan starting now. Okay, Coco, are you
Okay, okay.
ready?
Yes.
Okay, Coco, in your opinion, what your opinion about MP decision?
This season, MP has been very interesting. There are a lot of jobs that were used this season compared to the previous ones, right?
Mm,
So people were able to use Thor, Khalid, and then Sarah, and then Jorm. So you have your own varieties. And then obviously, we also have three DPS lineups, two DPS lineups. So it was very diverse from rank one up until the bottom rank. I think everyone was able to test their own compositions with that. So this MP has been very interesting. And it seems like, ROM has been hearing our inputs about having changes with this. Yeah.
So, do you think it is like turning into the correct way, the correct situation? So we have more than I think more than 30 or 40 job currently, including the adventure job, and this is like the hero job. It is like going to the right direction, in your opinion?
It is definitely healthier for the game, right? Because, before we were able to use a lot of compositions. If you remember the Doram meta, so it was
Yeah.
either you have a Doram, you have a CM or Boulder, and then it developed from there. I think with the initial release of the hero jobs, so when the Thanatos came out, everyone had to play Thanatos, AM. But right now it's becoming different. You can play a lot of different jobs. So I was also playing in global. We were able to use we were able to see quite a lot of lineups there, right? So we were using the C lineup, which is PD, but at the same time we were able to use Elf, and then our finals matchup had Fenrir and Sarah as DPS. So it's
Oh.
very diverse, the meta. It's just about how people are comfortable with the jobs. So for the direction, yes, definitely it's going to a better direction.
Okay. Can you tell me about your lineup here? Can you give us more detail about your lineup in you mentioned there is you not only playing on the C server, you are also playing in the global server. Can you elaborate for more for our humble experience so we can probably like stealing some lesson from you?
For our C lineup, we're running two DPS with Jorman Khalid. But I think week three, we were able to use Thor. So we're still changing it. We haven't decided yet on what we're going to use for the tournament day. So it's something to look forward to. We're still testing things around, especially on the maps, right?
Mm,
For global, we use the same lineup, and instead of PD, we were using Elf.
mm.
I think that's the only difference.
Okay. In your experience after all this time playing ROM, I think I believe that you are playing ROM since 2019 or 2020, yeah, Coco.
Yeah,
In
around that. I wasn't playing ROM on the first. I would say on the first year, the release. So after the first year, yeah, I was playing it.
mm, and then what makes you become the more competitive person that you are right now today? What's the trigger?
Oh, does this have anything to do with MP or just ROM itself?
No, 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 no. Yeah, I mean because everyone is starting from the humble player, that's the ordinary player that probably doing yo-yo or PvP or WoW or whatever. What makes you decided that I'm gonna be a serious player until now, especially on MP and else?
MP, I think it was just the group of friends that I was with. But
Mm.
I've also started with very out of meta lineups. If you remember the God Ow team from way
Okay.
back before,
Yeah.
they were using RM crit,
Yeah.
but I was using MDB, right? So I started that way, and then I had interest playing MP. So I tried to get to 600 first. It failed, and then I moved teams, made new friends. I'm not saying like the initial team was not my good friends. They're still good friends until now, but
Mm.
just to be a bit more competitive, learning from new people and then just trying out different jobs. Especially back then, it was very hard to change jobs. But
Mm.
at the same time, you have to start somewhere. So initially, I was grinding it out. I think my first rank was 500 something.
I
So
believe
so I didn't start out,
it
very
is
high rank.
the first season MP, yeah. The
No,
first
I started MP around season 7.
season
Yeah.
7.
Yes.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. That's surprising. I thought that you are the in your blood and heart is the competitive player since the first time. You
No, a lot
started.
of my competitiveness had to do with the pandemic, right?
Oh,
Initially, I wasn't really that into ROM, but when the pandemic hit, everyone had to stay home. I had nothing to do initially, so I got hooked into ROM, and then from there, I got competitive not just in GVG, not really competitive GVG, but my character was only for GVG, and then it developed into, oh, I want to play 6v6. I want to try it out.
okay, okay, okay. At that time, you mentioned the RMMDB. Yeah, that's an interesting job actually. One of my friend also doing the RMMDB. I think that probably me and myself is starting earlier than you for the competitiveness. But okay, can you share us the critical moment in the tournament where your decision making set you apart from the competition, Coco?
Do you mean last season?
Any season you won, the thing that you're in like the split second, your decision is like changing all the direction of the fight. Can you elaborate with us?
As a DPS, what controllers would want, I would assume, like for Enjo or for any of the top controllers, you just want your DPS to play consistently, right?
Yeah.
If the controller says right, you go right. If the DPS is saying he's going right, he's gonna go right. So I think it's just a consistency. The split second calls. I don't think they are as common as you think, right? I think my teammates have been doing that far more than me. I would say at the bare minimum, if 100% is the max capacity, I always at least play at 50%, right? So I'm just consistently okay. I mean, not really outshining my team or anything like that, but playing consistently at 50%. I think that is enough.
But
Okay.
yeah, let me finish it first. But I
Okay.
remember that whenever you are in like taking the command or like in GVG and something like 12 left, if I'm not mistaken, you suddenly like make a split second decision like, oh, right now you have to go to the all defense. So we are like this is like outside our planning things to do, and then we all go to the defense area to defense there. Sometimes you are attacking like you put some of us like DPS have to go to the enemy backline and like cutting something like that. It's like quite often from you, and actually it's working out, I think. And
I would like to say for 12v12, it has a lot of uh, involvement with my relationship with the number one DPS in the server, Touchman.
yeah.
Uh, there was a season he was piloting me, so he taught me a lot. The same goes for Estrella, Q.
Mm.
Those two, they really taught me quite a lot. So I
Oh,
think some of my calls were, taken from them, or
ah,
at least
I see.
motivated by them for
I see.
12v12 at least.
I see. I see.
For GVG, it's usually when I die, right? Because as DPS, you keep dying in GVG, right? So when I'm dead, I'll just open the map, waiting for rescue or my respawn, and then I'm just gonna look what can we do? What are the possibilities? Of course, there's always mistakes. I wasn't really perfect as a commander, but yeah, those split second decisions, you just think, try to think outside the box, especially when you have idle time. So it's either when you're camping the enemy,
Mm.
you're getting camped or you die. You have to change something within that.
Mm. Okay. 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 Angel, do you want to ask our source the question?
Uh, not not directly asked, but just to add a bit, I think what sets Tan apart as a DPS is, aside from his split second decision making, he aside from his split second decision making and very decisive shot calls, he also listens to the call of his teammates. When a few seasons back when we played together, if I call this BG got RB right here, he immediately arrives to follow up, kill. And aside from that, some usually he's the one who calls the targets, then I will follow. So it as a DPS, he's completely independent, he has very good judgment call. So yeah, regarding his split decision making, very tried and tested, very stand out among the rest.
Mm. Noted. 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 Angel.
Eh,
Thank you for the adding up information. Okay, Coco. Next question. Angel, do you want to have any question? If you want to ask, also,
yeah,
this is your
yeah.
time to like.
I have one question for Stan as a DPS. When
Mhm.
you start a clash, first clash, who do you really go for a single specific target, or whoever gets disabled first right in front, you kill him?
It depends. Like with what you said, right? We were playing. I think that was the Thana PG.
Yes, yes.
I'm not sure if it was AM meta. We were playing with roaches, if I'm not mistaken. So the strat was I have to make space for roaches to hit, and then of course I'll just front line at the same time, and then I just hope my teammates follow up. I think that was part of the strat, and then you just stay with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, people have to make judgment calls, right? So if I go in and then you don't, so I'm assuming it's either you're doing something else, controlling someone else, and then I just have to trust you. Because if you remember that season, I would never blame in game. It's always after when we review or when we strat. Because blaming is definitely a part of it, right? But I also have to take accountability for my mistakes. So when we do the first clash, obviously I'll just try to make space.
Okay.
But it really depends on what your role as a DPS. So right now, I think Sarah and Jorm, they really need the space to be a bit more active compared to playing Thanatos, playing Thor, wherein I'm the one trying to create space. Even if you have a lot of kills, doesn't really mean you're the one carrying the team, right? If those are like you have 15 kills, your teammate has 8, but you only killed DPS, he killed all the supports, then the quality of his kills is definitely higher than yours, right? But again, it's all about teamwork. So you have to assign specific tasks. Not really, it's like basketball or football, maybe. You can't just play man to man. You have to have teamwork to make it work, right? So you have to set up a zone. You have to know how to break their zone. So it depends on the DPS. Usually, it's the one with FP.
Okay.
Okay. There's a interesting, very interesting strategies. We will talk about the strategies this time.
Mhm.
Um, you mentioned that some of the highest level, that the one that higher than you is like probably like Awful team and like Dutch Mill team, and sometimes it's like you are queuing against them. That's like very heavy opponent. Can you explain to us when facing the heavier opponent than you know that sometimes like the character quality or something like the lineup or even the meta job is like better than your team. So what strategies or adaptation do you have to make when facing that time that probably like countering your lineup or probably like better than you? Can
It's
you?
not really strategy, right? It's more about preparation. So I've learned this with a few of my retired friends, namely my Lord, Solrise, Lunafel. I don't know if you guys still know them, but those people have taught me if you never play the strong teams, you will never know, right? How they play. Because on rank day, all you're going to say is, "Oh, unlucky Q," but when in fact, it's not always just they beat you. It's more like, oh, you can actually do this, do that, copy them, and then execute it like your own. So it's all with the preparation, right? If you're not prepared for something, if you get surprised, oh, they're playing, let's say when PD first came out again in the modern meta, let's say,
Yeah,
it was very hard to handle, right?
yeah,
And you would never know if during that time it wasn't the room up meta.
yeah.
You have to queue, and then when you see the names, like if you see Dutch Mill,
Then
Tigger,
the end
those
of the
strong
world.
teams. Hmm?
Yeah, it's like the end of the world for us.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to learn. It's a constant process because these teams as well. I've tried for their teams, so I got rejected as well. Obviously, I tried out for a lot of strong teams, but I was rejected before. So either it was language, my skill was not up to par. But you're never going to learn, right? If you look at it another way, if you fight someone equal to you, what can you learn? Because you know the same thing, right? You know you have the FP, you have to fight. Both of you know that. You don't learn anything. So
Hmm.
that's something I've learned with my old friends that have retired already. You
So,
just have to keep playing the strong teams.
you believe your strategy is basically is a good preparation and then
Yes,
a lot of practice. So, in case you handling that, you already know what you are doing and let the rest in the chances of win or lose. Yeah.
yes, that's correct.
Okay, I get it. And do you think
Uh,
about the MP now? Now there is a change. I think there is a change in the point calculation before. For before, like it's after we win, probably we will get like 100 point, and if we lose, we got like losing like 50 or 100 point. Do you believe that right now we have a better system, or do you
No,
want to add something
no,
to
I,
that?
I I don't think it's good. What happens now is every mid-tier team has a hard time playing, right?
Mm. Yeah,
The top teams,
can you explain on the medium team? What makes them hard to play right now?
when you reach a certain threshold, you're going to meet the top teams, right?
Mm. Yeah,
Force Q, not force Q, whatever. You're
yeah,
going to meet the top teams.
yeah,
Top teams relatively do not care who they queue against, right?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
they're still gonna hit top 50,
yeah,
top 100, you know. But for the mid teams, what happens is if they get unlucky and then they drop and then they queue again, they're still going to meet the top teams, right? And
yeah,
then below, it's all about luck, right?
yeah,
It didn't really save anyone as balanced as they thought it would, right?
yeah.
So I don't think it's working. A lot of mid-tier teams are unranked right now. Some of these teams are practicing with us. I know them. They're playing very well, to be honest. But when I saw the board, they were like top 580, unranked, and that's a bit disappointing. Because I know some of the people there, they deserve to, at least get 300, 150, but definitely not unranked. So I think there is something wrong. In my personal assessment, I do not know how to fix it.
Hmm.
Maybe the old one can come back, or I don't know. But I think the queue system is really, not as good as you would hope.
And how about the queue time? Right now there is a huge cutting down from, I think it's like only 3 hour for its MP time. It is, do you think it's still enough, or do you think it needs to be like it before? It's
Maybe
probably like starting from 8 to 12 GMT 7.
maybe reduce it by an extra hour again. 2.5 hours, or you can just leave it, but you have to penalize people not playing, right? Like I hate it when teams that don't really play, they get like one lucky queue, they're in the ranks, they go to sleep, the next day they're still ranked. That's kind of unfair for the people that played 10 games, you know. But I think Rome has problems with that. They can't really adapt it. But I think that's a huge problem for people trying to compete, enter the rank. Uh, you get penalized for playing. I don't think that's fair. But yeah, again, that's for the devs to fix. I don't really have much input because, like I said, either I'm in like a very chill team where I don't care about rank, I won't rank, it's fine, or I'm trying to compete for top 50.
Yeah,
So like the middle ranks, I'm not really involved in, but I just see the results for a few of my friends.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, we have a question.
Yes.
Stan, what's the job that you were pinaka in? Well, wait, time. What's your job that you felt most comfortable with that you used? The one you think that fits your gameplay just right of all
Honestly,
the
the, the
jobs you used.
most fun I've had was playing Gunslinger, Thanatos, and SBX. I think those
The
three
old
were
era.
very fun jobs. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm playing Jorm for my team, but I think those were the jobs that were fun to play. You had utility skills, you had a lot of things to do. As Thanatos, everyone says, they say two things. You just auto or you're using macro. I don't think most of the top players do that. I think we've all learned how to make the phasing faster, how to hit someone with accuracy. Playing against Dutch Mill is a nightmare because it
Yeah,
was a
because he's using macro.
matchup problem. Hmm?
He's using macro.
No, 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 no.
No, no, no. Every time people say that, I would say they just don't know how to play,
Yeah,
right?
correct. I
Because
have,
versus Dutch Mill, I have zero doubt that he is not using macro. He definitely does not use it.
yeah. I also meeting the same thing in other server, probably like the global player, and I think that was a player called Mioneki that probably like top top team there. Also accused
Again,
like,
people
yeah,
people like Mioneki, I do not think they're using macro. They're just very talented players who have figured the game out.
yeah,
It comes with hard work and not really hard work, but the mentality. Oh, I have to optimize my job. So somehow they learn. But
Be-
I think people who don't know how to play would rather just say they're using hacks, macro cheating, instead of trying to get on the same level. And I think that goes even for the real world, right?
yeah,
Like the cancer mentality.
yeah. I have no, I have the same thought also.
because almost every competitive Thanatos in EL, they can all do that fast phasing.
I cannot do that.
You,
But
you
I guess,
can.
but I guess this is this is me and my old hand already. But I think I have to agree on it that we have to like if we learn more about this game, and probably we will have an idea how this thing works. So if we just like tweak it a bit, yeah, probably it's can work out as usual. Yeah. And speaking of the the cancer mentality like the trash talking and everything and so on and so on. Stan, as a player,
Mm.
how do you handle the pressure? Like sometimes we are having a good fight and sometimes we having the bad fight. Some team have a very toxic mentality like me. Probably I will just yell to my Saint. Probably like me yelling to Atika. Atika, why you don't fit pray me? Or Angel, why don't you remove buff me? Something like that. And if you have that kind of teammate, how do you handle this kind of mentality? How to make them aware they should not be.
Lucky enough, I have a witness here, Enjo. I don't think he has ever seen me scream at him in game
Yes.
during an MP game. It's usually after or before.
I'm
Because
actually the one screaming.
Okay, and the question is like, how do you handle it? I feel like yeah, because like right now it's not like everybody problem because this is already season 18 and stuff, season 18, and but people starting to be competitive is like not at the same time with others. And if you face that, what will you do to that
it's
guy?
just really the preparation, right?
Yeah.
You're asking for FP, and then the Saint can't give it. You just have to look after the game why the Saint can't give it, right? Like
Mm.
everyone's doing something during 6v6, right?
Yeah.
Holding orb, taking orb, supporting, putting FP, Guardian, killing, disabling. But at the same time, you have to discuss what's the priority. During the Thor meta without elemental barrier, I think putting FP on Thor is almost as good as putting light shield, right? Because as long as the Thor is alive, someone's going to protect you. And well, the Thor was able to kill everything during that time.
Yeah.
So it really differs from season to season, team to team. But yeah, with regards to screaming, I don't think during games you have to scream too much. You have to discuss like what went wrong. It's really the replays you have to watch.
So better that we are taking the replay and like trying to know what's wrong with our gameplay or watching others gameplay also, and then try to manage and cooperate between each other on that scenario, like deciding what's the important thing to do, this we have to do first, and then so on like that. Stan.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, understand. And for right now, we know that we cannot change job in the middle of the MP. It means like if you are already met spec, you got into the room and you cannot change your job. And then it's like, is it really important to have like so many job like you have Jormund, Thor, Kalitzbrook probably. Do we have to prepare several job at once,
No,
or we just like
I
stick?
definitely do not believe that. Building teams, you already know what role you're getting. If you're the Magic DPS, then you're the Magic DPS, right? If you're the Charm, you're the Charm. You have to find a way how to play with your own Charm. Doesn't even if it's countered, you have to find out how to play even with that. So, for example, the enemy team has an elf. Your Charm one has a hard time playing. Your team has to understand how they're going to counter that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I can say much about that.
So you believe is there is no right now there is no like such thing like a meta job. Every job can be a meta right now. It's depend how you play it.
Well, no, not really any job. Somehow it depends what you would prefer to play,
Hmm.
right? But at the same time, you just have to know how to play through the counters. Like for example, during Thanatos meta, if you know the CM is going to put time field, you have to learn how to play independently. And then when finally your CM says RB up, you're still able to play. It doesn't come too late. You're not dependent on the RB. Obviously, it's your CM's job, but you have to work with each other when it comes to countering people within the game.
Mm. So better, you said it's better for the self-understanding for your own job compared that you open many other job and then like try to play it all and like try to match up try to do a new thing every time, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It really depends on that question, but yeah.
So okay, for someone who play many season, do you think it is like really easy like to get a rank nowadays compared to the time before?
It's more it's more RNG nowadays. I truly believe that it's too much RNG compared to before.
Yeah.
Because before you had 10 games, right? This is just getting top 600. You had 10 games on week 4. You probably get matched maybe 3 times, wherein those three you can't win. You really can't win. The team is too strong, whatever. And then you have, let's say, 3 easy games. Now you just have 3 games, right? 3 games that you can win. If you win one, you're top 600. You win two, you're top 300. You win all three, then maybe
Your top
higher.
50 or top 30? Yeah.
No, no, no. I mean, that was before. It was very hard to get ranked before.
Yeah.
But I would have preferred it that way. Better than what's happening now. You get lucky Q after 3K, you win, you go to sleep. You're probably ranked. So
Yeah.
it's a bit too much RNG nowadays.
Hmm. So if it's better, if it's like we give the developer how to like renew the calculation, what do you think?
That's up to them. I don't really like giving inputs because at the same time they're doing a great job. You know, we can say we hate the game. It's all about money, blah blah blah, but we're still here, right?
Yeah.
We're still enjoying, reaping the benefits. So I would just say I have my inputs that it's too RNG. It's not really doing well, but at the same time we're still playing. So it's up to them how they take that input.
Hmm. I understand. I understand. I think.
Um, uh,
I,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
go, go,
Enjoy,
go, go.
enjoy, enjoy. Go.
I have a question, one more question, because I see a lot of aspiring rankers watching us right now.
Mhm.
Mindset wise, as a consistent ranker, what can you say that what kind of mindset just leaves you, what's the most dangerous mindset that will definitely not let you improve in terms of rank, not help you improve in terms of skill? The
Well, I always hated the reasoning. The enemy's account is too whale, we lose. I see a lot of teams with inferior accounts doing very well, studying very well. Obviously, there's a threshold, but you have to understand how to play, right? Like it can't be just they're too whaley because that doesn't exist. The top one team for what 4 or 5 seasons already, they play very well, right? Even if they use not very strong accounts, they're still going to be able to perform to a level wherein you get outplayed,
So
right?
it.
yeah.
So stop using money as an excuse. Obviously, at some point it is, but you also have to learn the game.
So if that's the most dangerous mindset to have, as a consistent podium finisher, global champion, uh, what what do you think is the proper mindset to have if you want to keep growing as a player, as a ranker, if you want to slowly climb the ranks?
You learn more from losses than from wins. You barely learn anything from wins. I think that's the most important part. You have to lose and then learn. It goes with life as well, right? So with that, you just learn bit by bit.
Yeah.
So just suck up all the losses you get in life and then use the experience to grow more each day. This is a very
Yes.
wise word from Coco Stan to us for tonight. I think for the final question for me, uh, can you give us any wisdom on everyone here that like already like feeling like I already try my best, but still I didn't get any
Can,
result
can,
that
can you repeat the question? I got a bit confused there.
yeah. Can you give us like your wisdom word for the one that already like trying so hard to like try to break through like for top 100 to 200 or top 50 or top 60 or top 30 or top 40, whatever rank that they want to break, and they already like spending a lot, they already like trying to like have a scream and practice a lot, but they still like they cannot break through. So you have any wisdom word for them? So it's like they, if they are should quit or they have to like keep trying or whatsoever. Do you have any idea what to do?
Well, when it comes to that, maybe just change the way you approach the game. You approach the losses. If you never record, then that's the number one problem. I truly believe reviewing as a team, reviewing with a partner, maybe a support, reviewing with your DPS if you're the support. That's the key, right? If you never do that, then what's the point of trying? You know, because if you just want to play 6v6, that's also possible. Maybe you can get top 600, whatever, or just play yo-yo. Because basically you're good individually, but you have to play with five other people. It's 6v6, not 1v1. We have very famous people that do that. If you're a player in 1v1, you can play yo-yo with Tans and Tuandui. But other than that, you have to
With
learn how to
Noya
play with
also.
five people. But you're a ranker, so there has to be some form of respect that you're able to play with five other people, right? But with the names I've mentioned, I'm not saying they suck, but they are gifted individually. But in a team setting, they have to change the way they're playing, right?
So you are saying that teamwork is much better than individual skill?
Yes, for 6v6, definitely for 6v6. Because at the same time, I have had a lot of teams. I've played with Enjo. I've played with some of the greats, Solarize, Aquarello. Who else?
Aquilichil, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, but you've played with a lot of people. I've made good friends. I've had bad separations from teams. Uh, but at the end of the day, you just have to learn with your teammates, learn teamwork. Yeah, not necessarily be close, but chemistry is a really big factor, especially when you're, dealing with your team.
Mm.
So yeah, definitely just change the approach more.
So you believe that a good atmosphere between team can help you achieve the result better?
Yeah, they don't have to be gifted individually, but you have to work as a team, and then play as a team. That's the most important thing.
Mm. Okay. I think that is all for tonight. Thank you for the call, the time and questions for Stan right now. Thank you very
Yeah.
much,
Thank you,
bro.
thank
Thank you
you.
for the word of the wisdom, and it's like really giving us the insight of like what to do in this game and in this stage of the game. I appreciate your time, Stan. Okay.
All right, thank
Thank
you,
you very
and I'll
much.
see you both on week 5.
No,
No,
don't
no.
go near us, okay?
Don't go near us. Stay away.
Okay, thank you very much, Stan. For the rest
All
of the
right,
class, this is like Stan interview with us. if you want to say a few words before Stan leave, this is the time. If you want to curse him, is something like he's beating your team and this is the time, and giving you the curse for Stan, who is like tackling your way to the top 600. It is the time if you want. If if no, yeah, okay, Stan. If you have anything else to do, and then you can leave first. Then we continue our class with the rest of the classroom.
All right. Thank you guys and
Thank
have
you
a
very
great
much.
night.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Good night.
Hey, Joe, don't run
Yeah.
away. We still have we still have class.
What?
Yeah, we still have class. Probably we have to ask the class here to Asyong, to Haksor, to Amado, to Atika, Crook, and Yumi. How's your MP result? It is like improving or no?
Yeah.
Or
Unmute, guys. Unmute.
yeah, unmute guys. This is like a free session for now. Just if you have anything to do, if you have any question, probably like why it's not working out for you, or oh, this is working out for you, please let us know. Come on, don't be shy. This is like open forum for everyone.
Today is
Hi.
Q&A. Q&A.
Yeah. Hello. Who's
Oh,
speaking?
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm from server 4,
Oh, okay.
and like we got three DPS lineup,
Oh,
three
okay.
utility, and a saint.
Okay.
And sorry, this is my first class. Sorry, on this.
Oh, okay.
So
No problem.
I don't know if like we got owned by a magic DPS, and then two physical DPS, three utilities, and a saint. So like if we're matching with those that kind of lineup, we got owned by like a lot. So
Oh,
so like your your advice
I see, I
on
see.
our
So as a team with a 3 DPS, you got owned by probably like a team with more
by a magic
utility.
one magic and then two physical. So like our lineup is like three DPS, physical DPS.
Oh, okay. And do you want to ask us about what we should
Yeah,
do
yeah.
with
Like what should we do? Like what's the plan? What's the like the shot call, something like that.
Versus 2 DPS and 2 utility, right?
I will allow like two physical DPS and one magic. Like our lineup is three physical DPS.
oh
Oh,
three
you're
physical
asking us how
DPS? Oh
you're
yeah.
asking us how what the role should be for the 2 physical DPS and 1 magic DPS, right?
No. I think
What?
their team is like having 3 DPS but all physical, and
Yep,
then they always struggled against 3 DPS also, but like 2 physical and 1
one,
magic, yeah. Am I getting this
Uh,
correctly?
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
what jobs are you using? What are your 3 physical DPS?
So we got Fenrir, Harrisburg, and Thor.
Mm,
Fenrir, Kalitzberg, and Thor.
Yeah,
yeah.
correct.
So the problem here is, do you have Soulbinder?
Yeah, we got Soulbinder. We
So
got
you have
Soulbinder.
so you have
So
enough White
Soulbinder.
Barrier and Fate Prey, right?
Yeah,
So you're having a hard time now versus Magic Deep. Other 3
yeah.
DPS lineups with 1 Magic and 2 physical.
Usually Sarah or Zorm, something like that
Yeah.
in a lineup.
Because the problem with your 3 DPS, yes, of course you have an advantage. You have 2 Klings, the Fenrir's
Fenrir Totem and
horse, the
Tortoise.
horse thing, and Thor's lightning cling.
Yeah.
Also, the Kalit's burst hits like a truck. But the problem is, if you're gonna use that lineup against us, our whole team would just go medium reduct, skill reduct, and I just put an AA reduction tail for the Fenrir. You're all counted all together. You can change elements, you can change to Darkfire Sword for the Khalits. You can use a converter for the Fenrir, but it's still all gonna get covered by damage reduct. It's still all gonna get covered by medium reduct compared to the enemy. They have two physical DPS and one magic. They can counter everything. If they all hit together, it's gonna one of them's gonna hurt eventually. So
Yeah.
easier to down orbs. And for your lineup, Khalid, Thor, Fenrir, they can all get light shielded, I think. Because they can all get light shielded even if you have Harvester. Most of the time Harvester is down. So it's harder to kill the orbs. It's harder to control supports. I don't know if in server 4 you guys have a lot of the accessory card with the light shield, the acolyte card, but it's harder to kill a saint with light shield. It's harder to drop an orb.
Yeah.
I don't know what orb holders you use there. If you guys also use Hela or Steloid Wrath or Elves, but yeah, if you're all physical, it's all easier to counter all together.
Yeah. Uh, uh, for me, probably like the problem is like because all your skill is controlled by light shield, and then like Thor Thunder all controlled by light shield. Kalitzberg Omni Slash also countered by light shield, and then Fenrir also countered by light shield. Even though like you can only bypass them if you are like pressing the harvester skill. And then you have the magic DPS who can like hit, like Sarah can hit everything and area. And someday because like you having 3 DPS, it's mean like the FP should go to the, I think between Thor or Khalid's. And then without the FP, Khalid's will be like dying quite fast, yeah. That's why
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
because
why
they're all FP dependent. Even if the other job gets a white barrier, if I'm the enemy soul binder, I'll wait for you to put white barrier on the DPS. I'll just replace it.
yeah, yeah, they can also do that. That's why it's like at least you have to have one DPS is physical and one DPS is like magical, because like this is I think you can do whatever you can if you listen to Stan at you can use like others job, and like there is no such thing as a meta right now, but I think there is like one meta still that you cannot be only physical or only magical. It will like really limit it's like very easy to counter. That kind of thing is very easy to counter. If you are like facing the ordinary team, probably like very casual one is also will not be a problem. But if you are facing like the serious team, and then they have like several equipment and several type of reduction, like elemental reduction and everything reduction, while you are using the all magic DPS, it's also gonna be the problem.
That's why Bruce right now, like,
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
higher tier teams, like top 20 or 30 maybe. Because like right now we're sitting at top 50. Yeah, we don't have problems like facing like other teams, but like around 50 and below, yeah, we're struggling because our lineup like it's full DPS.
yes. I think it's yeah, I think it's like it's a part of the learning curve, bro. Right now, if it's like you have to make it like balance. The problem is like the enemy can drop your holder, but you cannot drop the holder because like they already counter to your physical one. And
Mm-hmm.
then your in the same time your holder is like have to counter either magic or physical. They have to choose. They want to be strong at physical or they want to be strong as the magic. That's why.
Or they'll have to go to with a broken set for all the jobs, one magic, one physical, so they won't be that super tanky
Yeah,
against either one of you. So if two DPS go through, they're gonna get run over.
yeah. I think this is the problem, bro. Probably like
Yeah, so
this is like
the planning,
you already, but I hear that you already have a good rank, yeah, 150 rank, I think.
we're sitting around 50 right now, like
Wrong.
50 to
Oh,
because like in server 4, we got a few Yeah,
Mm.
few players are like playing 6v6 right now.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So it's okay. I think if you can add magical DPS, I think the problem will like it will drastically improve your team. I think if you have one magic DPS in your lineup right now.
Planning like our favorite switch to Magic next season. That's what we're planning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like lots of resources, lots
yeah,
of sacrifices. Like all
yeah.
physical cards. You just switch to Magic. Your
Actually,
SE.
I also have my own experience. Well, like the my last fight, I'll facing like two Sarah team. The team they have like two Sarah team. We are two DPS team, but we are facing like two Sarah and one Thor team. Like when we first like seeing the lineup, like wow, we only need to counter the Sarah with using the Maya card, and then when we ask our PD to counter the Thor, and then they didn't have the DPS. That's something like that, bro. It's like you have to read the enemy lineup, and then you figure, oh, we have to do this, and then it work out. Yeah, it's like that. That's why it's like if you can roll mix between physical and magic, it will be harder for them to counter. But I think that's a good question. We uh
What's nice?
yeah, it's like it's okay to for right now. But I hear that probably like there is a plan for the dev, probably like they try to mix all the MPQ, yeah, for all server, yeah, probably, yeah, for next season.
Mhm.
Enjoy. Do you hear about that?
I heard about it, but I don't think all the servers are ready because of the gap between years the servers started. Also, the number of players, they don't, not many people are rolling King Poring. So, from other servers, I think Moonlight is very limited
Mm,
compared to EN and MPMOF. So,
I think
if
I
they're gonna start it right away, I don't think it's a good idea, and I don't think they're thinking about it already.
I
The merge queue they're thinking about is all other servers except EN.
oh, I see. I hear that if it's like they merge all of the server for ranking, probably they will make the count probably like combined ranking probably, and the rank will be like uh around 1,000 ranker probably, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. That's why I still don't know where when they will implement this.
So, anyone else have questions?
Yeah.
Doc, Doc Ashong, how was your week 4?
Well,
It's
I'm just that
dead.
frustrated.
Why? So, you can ask us. We can help. We can input what happened.
Well, in a well-formed team, we usually got uh how can I say this? We're not sync. Yeah,
You are
Okay.
not sync with your teammate, you mean?
yeah. Especially with my SB. I cannot perform my job if he's not doing his job.
Oh, you are Jormun, right? If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I had some conflicts with him.
So you have drama inside of the
Yeah.
team?
But I think it's their first. If this season was your first competitive season, right? So, along with your team, also
Yeah.
your team. So, how many points did you get?
2-8.
To
Two
eight?
eight. So,
Yeah.
to be honest, for a team that all went competitive for the first time in EL, top
Oh,
600 around 3,005, I think. So that's
yeah.
not a bad score for your first run. You guys just need to. I'm not telling you to kick, but uh if some of your team won't adjust, try to talk to them. If they still insist that they're doing well, but all five of you see otherwise in your reviews, in your recording, just I think it's time to replace them because since it's your first time playing together and all of you first time going competitive, that's not the proper mindset. You should always listen to your teammates and adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
So if you guys think one is not syncing, you can talk to him, give him a chance. If he's really not adjusting, I think it's time to go bye bye because I subbed with their team once. Everybody knows the objectives. Everybody knows how to play. It's just that of course they lack experience. That will come with time. But yeah, if some people are not aligned with your goals anymore, I think it's time to reevaluate your lineup.
We evaluate the lineup.
You still
Yes.
have 2 months to prepare for the next season.
Yeah, the next season is probably November, yeah.
November
Yes,
already
in
announced.
November, yeah. And
Uh,
I think we will have a change for the November. Probably will make one holder to become the. I think Hela will be replaced by Alinia, and then the one holder will be like cooking master, probably Enjo.
Too early to say. Too early to say anything. I think best we avoid the upcoming meta.
Yes, the upcoming meta is still
I
not.
have a-
Yeah, but I think for
do which do you prefer? Which do you prefer? 3 DPS or 2 DPS?
me,
For me, I don't see much. Both are okay. 3 DPS is okay. 2 DPS is okay. But now, from what I've been seeing in our top 1 to top 100, most of them are 2 DPS composed with SBPD as the utility. Then the DPS are jumbled but mostly have Khalid, Thor, or Fenrir. But Khalid, Thor, Fenrir. And I don't see much Sara in top 100, top 1, top 150 to top 150. Most Saras I see top 200, from top 200 to 600 only.
Mm.
Most
eh,
top line go Jorm. Jorm, one Jorm, one physical DPS, one SB, one PD.
our team
That's the
still
usual.
using Sarah Coco. But yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we are top 150 lah. To be fair, yeah, we are top 150. We have like Sarah and Thor line
I mean,
up.
you guys can make it work, but most top teams are more comfortable with the Jorm because of it can still burst, not as painful as some Saras, but if you build your Jorm properly, if if you manage to get a whale magic DPS and he knows how to play properly, that Jorm can burst. That Jorm can still CC the tanky ones with stone and freeze. If he's free hit, he gives more pressure, harder to stop than Sarah. Sarah is easier to catch. Yes, he can silence, but it's easy to get a high silence rest. You can just go near the Sarah. He's fast. He doesn't even have jump. Make him sit. Give him HOD or give him a random soul. Get sit. He runs out of SP. He dies. If you're PD, mark of death the Sarah, easier to catch. Strip. Then just leave him for dead. Compared to Jorm, Jorm can jump around. The Jorm has forced CC resist. Aside from KOC, the Jorm doesn't get reflected. When he's on snake form, the Jorm can freeze, the Jorm can stone. It's more utility, more
But
useful than this.
but for me, the idea of third DPS actually is very interesting. You know, but I think the one utility that need to be sacrificed is actually an SP, in my opinion. But the problem with that is like you are going to have a bit of difficulty when holding the ball and like probably like taking a ball in the middle in map one. But sure, if it's like if you use like a Thor, Fenrir, Khalid's meta is like very nightmare. That job is very nightmare. Yeah, is you can like control everything and then like and then you can burst it one by one by college for me. But to be fair, like this is like need to be execute very well, and then it's not working for us also. That's why we are like getting back to the 2 DPS.
Mm, I see.
Yeah,
Um, I have another question.
yeah.
What is your opinion on having all the supports in one player? Is it,
What?
what is your opinion on having all the supports on one player?
Going all out with the white barrier, the Fate Prey, everything. We do
Yeah.
just one DPS.
This is quite
That's
risky for
that's
me.
quite risky because our team 2 seasons ago was like that, but deep inside I knew it was wrong because the Jorm wanted the FP, the Jorm wanted the white barrier. If he gets disabled, we're all fucked. Then he just keeps complaining. He just gets disabled by the PD. We're all done. I kept saying that we need to go 1:1. One support for one DPS, one roamer for one DPS. Not all roamers supporting just one DPS and like our other DPS is just gonna keep diving and dying. That's so wrong. That's not teamwork. I mean,
Yes.
it can be called teamwork, but it's like you're expecting that one player to be your Michael Jordan for your Chicago Bulls, but
That's
it
that's the
doesn't
nice
work.
one.
But we're playing Ragnarok. We're playing Ragnarok. You give all your support to that to that DPS. The PD gets free because the PD or binder gets free because your other DPS doesn't have any lifeline at all. It doesn't have support. So most likely one SB or one PD or one DPS is gonna be free. The DPS you're giving all your support to, he's gonna get stripped. Now he's useless. He's gonna get intimidated. Now he's useless. He's gonna get manhold. Now your buffs were wasted. He's gonna get HOD. You're just gotta live through the FP. He gets pulled by the elf. FP's gone. It's especially if you're familiar with the teams, if you know the players already. For example, I won't name drop. For example, your team gives all the support to one DPS. Let's say he's DPS A. Then your DPS we your DPS B. We're just gonna focus on DPS A who's getting the support.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's my point because um my team had an argument with me. They want all the supports to be given to me,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I told them, what if I'm disabled or pinned down? So who's gonna take the attack or damage the other DPS, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like not I think this kind of mentality is not healthy also because like I know that we all yeah it's like the
Noya. Sorry guys. Something just came up. I have to go earlier.
yeah, it's okay, yeah, I'll finish it. Okay, Enjoy, no worries.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think for Asyong probably it's just like this
I have
uh
to.
the one
Thank you.
yeah, thank you, Enjoy. The one that getting all the buff and everything, especially that like you is supported by the SB and you are supported by the Saint and everything. You got FP, you got then if it's like they will like giving the vibe that the only things that carry that team is only you, and then the other DPS is like I'm just like following through or just like did. It's like I think in the spirit of the teamwork is not good, yeah, and that doesn't bring the right mentality, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want the supports to be evenly distributed.
Yes. If it's like you
I
just
only I only need the white barrier. Other than that, the FP, the carry, you can give it to the other DPS, but they don't want that.
Yeah. But I think yeah, it's like Stan saying before, it's like you just need to like have more experience on this, like probably like more scrim, meeting a lot of team, and then we'll see lah. Probably just like um there is some kind like a card that help, probably like why the other DPS not performing, and like like making yourself is like have self confidence is also important. That's why if it's like that, it's like the other DPS is like I cannot do anything, so it's like you better do it. It's like that. You are giving the responsibility for other DPS only in your hand. And the other DPS is just like okay lah, I just like following through. It's like it's not fair for you. It's like the only like this is like because like you have like have a pressure because you have the all the buff and they have to perform good. What if it like you are performing bad?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not that even. I'm not a veteran yet.
Yeah, that's why you have to like talking to the team, and then you have to discuss it with your team and saying this is not correct, I think.
Yeah. Well, I just have to talk again to them.
Yeah.
I can even catch up with the players in the HOMP.
Oh, okay. But I think
Yeah.
it's you are doing also already doing great lah. Probably like yeah, it's just not unlucky. Just like Stan said, I also feel like if it's like me, if it's like I'm not queuing in the right time or not paying attention on the guild chat on everything, yeah, you will get bad the bad matchmake, and then you cannot win. Just simple as that, probably. Stan said that I agree that the point is like now is not really good, is because like this is more like you is a RNG. You got a good matchmaking, and then okay, you get the rank, and you get the bad RNG and you have no rank.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah,
I have a question.
yeah, yeah.
Um, how do I counter PD? Like for yeah, how do I counter PD?
You counter PD, you can like kill them right away, or you can disable them, or you can like also trying to make you sit down, trying to make the PD sit down. This is really annoying for the PD. So
Oh,
the one that should counter the PD is like SP with the true sight.
mm,
That's why like
so
if it's like the PD got sit down, it's like very hard to chase around. And then usually yeah, that's why like the utility should be like accompanied by one DPS. And then if it's like, oh, this is already I already sit down the PD, and then like the Khalid or like a Thor should like really target the PD as long as the PD is not getting pulled or everything. It's just the way it have to be done.
I see.
Yeah, but you have
Okay.
to remember that they also have a support. That's
Yeah,
why.
that was our problem last week.
Yeah. So you Jormun facing what PD and
PD and yeah,
yeah,
that's my problem.
the other solution is like you having a relic switch to anti strip.
Mm,
That's all. I also have to make the anti strip in week 4 because in like several practice, the good PD is always like stripping after stripping the Sarah, or DPS is Sarah. After the stripping Sarah, then stripping a Mythor. It's like without the armor, without the everything, I cannot move, I cannot hit, even cannot touch. Even if it's like I lose the armor or everything, I cannot touch the PD. My damage is like miss all the time. That's why like I have to make the anti-strip relic.
So I just need to build an anti-strip relic.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to switch lah. You have to switch like probably like if you use the true sight, you can avoid the PD if it can. Like try to jump and black hole and probably like hitting them. But if it's cannot, yeah, if it's like in worst case scenario, like he stick with you like a fly, yeah, you just see try to use the SP block. Sorry. Try to use the anti strip.
Anti-strip, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my questions.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, for others, Yami, how about you? You have a good week 4?
No, I don't have.
What
It's
happened?
frustrating because my teammates they
Yeah.
stopped playing
What happened?
after 7 games. They said they're tired. They don't want to continue.
And what ranks? This is your first time also, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay lah. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's like you are starting from the casual one, and then you have to move to the competitive one. Yeah, the first time is also like that. But I think it is just like yeah, it's try to make the team as early as possible for week 4, probably after week 5. Probably like give it like 1 week week off, and then try to hunt the new team, the one that have same goal with you. You want to be top 600, and it's probably still can. Top 600 only have to reach the 3000, and probably just one win is already. If you reach 3010, I think it still can possibly top top what top 600. Yeah, let me check.
300.
What's the
3,000.
3010? Probably or less than that. So what's your point right now?
My point is only 2,175.
2001. Oh, okay. 2100.
Right
Okay.
after game 7, they said they want to stop.
It's okay lah. It's okay. It's okay. Just I encourage you try to try next time. Don't be afraid probably, but at least you have to reach the 3000 lah. For your goal right now, probably you have to reach like 3000 point or two, at least 2500 up lah,
Mhm. Okay.
and then we can work out on that. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, okay. I think we have to end up here because I have something to do also. For all, thank you for coming. Asyong, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Yumi,
you.
thank you for coming. Crook, thank you for coming. Amador, thank you for
Thank you.
coming. Thank you for always tuning in. Probably like we will do after week 5 we will do some review again, and probably we will be discussing the next meta. But for now, we just enjoy, try to still having fun. Always spending like don't be like rush spender like Asyong. Just be a normal spender like me. Okay, guys. Thank you very much
Okay.
for coming.
Thank you, Naya.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Yumi, thank you. Kruk, Amador, and yeah.